Have you ever been stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic for hours, wondering why it's gotten so bad? Or maybe you've hit a pothole so deep you thought your tire was a gunner? What about that flickering light in your kitchen, or the water that sometimes comes out of the tap looking a little murky? These aren't just random annoyances. They're symptoms of a much larger, more expensive problem: America's aging and crumbling infrastructure. We see the bridges, we drive on the roads, we flip the switches every day, but we rarely think about the complex systems working behind the scenes. Or, in many cases, barely working today. We're going to pull back the curtain and uncover the real, hidden costs of America's broken infrastructure. And trust me, it's costing you a lot more than just a new tire. It's measured in lost time, wasted money, and even our health and safety. Let's start with the most obvious one: our roads and bridges. The American Society of Civil Engineers, or ASCE, gives our nation's infrastructure a report card every few years. The latest one, a C-, not exactly a grade you'd be proud to show your parents. This isn't just an abstract letter grade, it has real-world consequences. The ASCE estimates that driving on roads in poor condition costs the average American driver over $1,000 every year. That's money coming straight out of your pocket for extra vehicle repairs, tire replacements, and wasted fuel from sitting in traffic. Think about it: chronic traffic congestion isn't just frustrating, it's a massive economic drain. When delivery trucks are stuck on the highway, goods don't get to stores on time. When you're stuck in traffic, you're not at work being productive, and you're not at home with your family. Studies have shown that traffic congestion costs the U.S. economy billions of dollars annually in lost productivity and wasted fuel. It's like a hidden tax we all pay every single day, and it's not just the roads. Over 40,000 bridges across the country are rated as structurally deficient. While engineers are quick to point out that this doesn't mean they're about to collapse tomorrow, it does mean they require significant maintenance, detours, and weight restrictions, all of which slow down commerce and our daily lives. Now let's move from what we see on the surface to what lies beneath our feet and inside our walls. I'm talking about our water systems and our power grid. Many of America's water pipes were laid a century ago. They were built to last, but not forever. Every year, we lose trillions of gallons of treated drinking water through leaks in these aging pipes. That's a staggering amount of waste. It's enough water to supply millions of homes. And when pipes break, it's not just about lost water. It can lead to contamination events, boil water advisories, and costly emergency repairs that disrupt entire communities. Remember the crisis in Flint, Michigan? That was a tragic, man-made disaster caused by aging infrastructure and poor decisions, highlighting the severe public health risks when we neglect our water systems. The lead pipes that caused the crisis still exist in cities all across the country. Then there's the power grid. Our electrical grid is an incredible feat of engineering, but much of it was built in the 1950s and 60s with a lifespan of about 50 years. We are well past that deadline. An aging grid is more vulnerable to blackouts, especially during extreme weather events like heat waves, hurricanes, or winter storms, which are becoming more frequent. A major blackout isn't just an inconvenience that makes you miss your favorite TV show. For businesses, it means lost revenue. For hospitals, it can be a life or death situation. For families, it can mean spoiled food and no heat in the dead of winter. The economic cost of power outages in the U.S. is estimated to be in the tens of billions of dollars each year. We're trying to power a 21st century digital economy with a 20th century electrical system, and the cracks are showing. So why haven't we fixed it? The simple answer is money. The ASCE estimates that we need to invest trillions of dollars over the next decade just to bring our infrastructure up to a state of good repair. That's a massive number that can be hard for politicians and the public to stomach. It's often easier to fund a new, shiny project than it is to pay for the unglamorous, but essential work of maintaining what we already have. Replacing a 100-year-old water main underground doesn't make for a great ribbon-cutting ceremony. But here's the crucial point. Not investing is actually the more expensive option. Economists call it the cost of inaction. Every dollar we fail to spend on maintenance today will cost us $4, $5, or even $10 in emergency repairs and economic losses tomorrow. Fixing a small crack in a bridge is far cheaper than rebuilding a section that has failed. Proactively replacing old pipe is more cost-effective than dealing with a massive water main break that floods a neighborhood. The longer we wait, the more expensive and disruptive the solutions become. Think of it like your own home. If you ignore a small leak in your roof, you don't just save the cost of a roofer. Eventually, you'll be paying for water damage, mold remediation, and a whole new roof. Our country is facing that same scenario, but on a gigantic scale. But the cost isn't just economic, it's also a matter of global competitiveness. Countries in Europe and Asia are pouring money into high-speed rail, state-of-the-art ports, and ultra-efficient energy grids. A nation's infrastructure is its economic backbone. If our backbone is weak, we can't compete effectively. Businesses rely on efficient infrastructure to move goods and connect with customers. If it becomes cheaper and faster to operate elsewhere, jobs will follow. A modern, reliable infrastructure system attracts investment and creates good-paying jobs, not just in construction, but across all sectors of the economy. So, what's the path forward? The good news is that there's growing awareness of the problem. Recent legislation like the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law is a significant step in the right direction, allocating historic levels of funding to upgrade roads, bridges, public transit, water pipes, broadband internet, and more. But it's only a down payment on what's truly needed. Solving this problem requires sustained, long-term commitment from all levels of government, federal, state, and local. It also requires us, as citizens, to understand the stakes and demand action. We need to support leaders who prioritize these unglamorous but vital investments. We also need to embrace innovation. New materials can make our roads and bridges last longer. Smart grid technology can make our power distribution more efficient and resilient. Advanced sensors can help us detect leaks in our water systems before they become major breaks. Investing in infrastructure isn't just about pouring concrete. It's about building a smarter, more sustainable, and more equitable foundation for America's future. It's about ensuring that the next generation inherits a country that works, a country where you can turn on the tap, flip a switch, and drive to work without worrying that the systems we all depend on are about to fail. The cost of a broken infrastructure is real. We paid in car repairs, in lost time, and higher utility bills, and in risks to our health and safety. But the investment in fixing it is an investment in ourselves, in our economy, and in our future. It's time we stopped paying the high price of doing nothing. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video insightful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the issues that shape our world. Let me know in the comments below, how has aging infrastructure affected you personally? I'd love to hear your stories. See you in the next video.